Excuse you. Hands down my favorite thing about the Catan. So this just goes straight across their back. Once it's on, I'm gonna show you what I love about this more than I love the Catan. Absolutely beautiful. I could just literally take pictures in this. I wanna be part of the video. So if we were going on like a family hike.
Hey friends, and welcome to my channel. My name is Rosie, also known as the Crunchy Catholic. I am a wife of 7 years, homeschooling mom of 4 adventurous kiddos. I am extremely passionate about all things faith, motherhood, and natural living, including spiritual reading, teaching the faith to my littles, homemaking, home remedies, home birth, and overall physical and mental health. Ultimately, I'm just striving to become the best version of myself for the glory and honor of God. And if you stick around, I hope to inspire you to do the same.
Hey everyone, okay, we are going to do a redo of a baby wearing video, baby carrier video that I did on the baby Catan a little over 2 years ago actually. So 2 years ago I filmed it with my now 2.5-year-old. He was a chunk. I just rewatched that video and he's 8 weeks and he's like massive. It's just really funny. So she is 12 weeks. And we're going to just refilm it because I want to actually do like a comparison video. So we're going to do the baby Catan, we're going to do Beluga Baby, which is like a wrap, and then the Lille baby carrier. So it's kind of hard to compare because one is a soft wrap type of carrier, and then the Lille is obviously like a buckle carrier. But if you just know nothing about carriers and you're like, where do I even begin? This is going to be such a helpful video for you just to see. Okay, so the baby Catan I have loved forever. I'm going to put it on here in a second. She's in a good mood. She just nursed. She might spit up. I'm gonna put the Catan on. And then recently, so during my pregnancy with her, I discovered the Beluga Baby, which is such a beautiful wrap. It's a mom-run business. I was so excited to, get her carrier and promote it and everything. I will say, there's some pros and cons to both, okay? So I'm gonna put on the Catan, show you what I love about it. Let's get it started. Okay, so while I'm getting this ready to go here, it goes without saying that baby wearing is amazing. First of all, it's just biologically, neurologically, psychologically really good for your baby to be right near her mother, right near the heartbeat. Obviously, it could be somebody else wearing her, but it is very special when it's the mother because that's just where she's been for 9 whole months and she's like still not recognizing that she's a separate person. That's actually a fact. Like they don't realize that they're not just part of you and they are just part of you, aren't you? Okay, so baby wearing obviously is also extremely beneficial when you're trying to do many other things. So when you have multiple children or even just only one child, it is just something that I swear everyone needs to do. When I see a mom really struggling to get things done and bouncing her baby, like especially at church, if I forget my carrier at church, I'm like in a panic because it's hard to chase my toddler. Oh, there she goes. When I don't have a free hand. Excuse you. Okay, so hands down my favorite thing about the Catan, you're about to witness it right now, is the fact that I can put it on while I'm holding her. And for me, as much as I love the Beluga, we're gonna show it in a second, as much as I love the look of all the beautiful wraps out there, it just is kind of a deal breaker for me to not be able to put it on while holding her. If you think about it, usually when you're putting them in a carrier, it's because they're either fussy or you're trying to get something else done. It's very rarely because they're perfectly content, because if they're perfectly content, you're gonna just leave them be. So normally when I'm putting this on, it's because she's getting fussy or she's getting tired. Now, if I'm at home, it's not a big deal to lay her down on our bed and get the wrap going, but usually I'm out and about when I need to wear this. So if we're at church, and she's starting to get fussy, I don't have the option to just put her down. I mean, I suppose I could hand her to my husband, but usually he's wrangling one of the other children. So typically I need to be able to hold her and be like shushing her while I do this. And that's exactly what I'm gonna show you because it's game changing to be able to have that option, especially when I'm like at a store, really anywhere. So the Catan is 2 loops of material, see that? And then the very back where I just put, I suppose I should have put my hair in a ponytail. This has a loop. This is deja vu because my video with my other baby, he was like really gassy and literally like exploded during the video and she's about to do the same thing. Like brother, like sister. Okay, so this loop of material, you want to be in the back. So it's like a necklace, We don't need this anymore. And then you're going to take these 2 loops of material. Again, notice I'm doing it while I'm holding her. Obviously, you're gonna wanna get this down without holding the baby. But since I've been doing it for years, ever since my oldest, I've got it down pat. This is our second katana. Our first one is black. I love having both. Okay, so you're gonna drop them to each arm like an X like that. Well, it's just gonna naturally create an X because you're splitting them each direction. And then whatever material is in the front, you're gonna drop that down to your waist. It doesn't matter if you did left, right, it doesn't matter, but now whatever material is in the front, you're gonna drop that down to your waist by feeding your arm up through it. And then you have this down on your waist and this ready to go for baby. So you're gonna kind of spread that out. And now, come here you. You're gonna bring baby close to you, maybe over your opposite shoulder, opposite from the material, and pull her down through. So she's going to be straddling the material, just like this. And then you're going to pull the other material up to do the exact same thing as that first piece. Now, if I was paying better attention, I would have had that label on the inside, but that's okay. Okay, so you're just making an X across her back. Now for me, this is very comfortable. I'll usually reach back to find this material and kind of give it one little tug. So she's really high up, really supported. And then the very last thing, very important, is this last piece of material. For some reason, I used to not think this was necessary, but it totally is, because if you're picking something up, yeah, you definitely want to have this last piece of material. So this just goes straight across their back. So usually I'll use this when she's like tired, because she'll take an amazing nap in it. If she's not tired, like just now, she literally just woke up, she kind of wants to look around. And if she's wanting to look around, then I can't really have it too high up. She'll get angry. So I'm gonna kind of shift this down and like let her look around. So I've done this before, like if we're going on a family walk or if I'm just in the backyard watching my kids play. See, she's very content, aren't you? So we'll just do that. And then the amazing thing, of course, is if she gets tired, it still works. So she's gonna not like this because she's not tired. If you wanna see a tired baby, watch my video from 2 years ago, because my little guy fell asleep while I was filming it. So if she's tired, I kind of just turn her little head and put the material over her head where she's turned to the side. Now again, she's like, what are you doing, Mom? I'm ready to hang out. And then she'll just like sleep like that. Her nose is totally not restricted, but she's wide awake. So we're gonna show her little face. Okay, so that's what I love, love, love about the Catan. Usually if she's sleeping and I can strap her head in, then I'm very hands-free. But if she's awake, I am kind of holding her head. She is 12 weeks, like I said. So when she's newborn, you can tuck the head in no matter what, because they're just always very chill. But of course she is at the age where she's wanting to look around. Okay, I'm gonna show you the Beluga now. Okay, we're gonna see how this goes. She's hanging out on the couch while I wrap this up. Again, you're gonna see why, exactly what I'm talking about. So this is a very long piece of material. And I guess the other thing that I didn't mention before that I don't love about it is that if you are out and about somewhere, then this is like dragging on the ground, and I couldn't get it to not drag on the ground. Like I brought it somewhere we were outdoors and I was like, how do I put this on? It's literally dragging on the ground. So anyhow, you're gonna put it across your torso, make an X in the back, bring it over your shoulders. You're gonna shove this material down. Okay, and then with an X there, you bring it behind the back and tie it in the front. Okay, so as you can see, it's not like it was that long that I had to put her down, but if you're out and about and she's panicking and you need a baby wear, it's a little stressful that you have to put her down to get that part ready to go. And then even getting her in is a little bit trickier, but once it's on, I'm gonna show you what I love about this more than I love the Catan. So right now, it's very similar to the Catan. You have the X, you have the panel. So we are going to get her in. Come here, you. So I'm kind of just, again, you can look at their website for more videos. I'm still newer to this one. But if I was like going to a wedding or doing like a photo shoot, this would totally be the carrier that I would pick because it's just so pretty. Look at this white flowering. Okay, so we're gonna do the exact same thing as we did with the Catan. She's like, Mom, you just took me out of the carrier and now you're putting me back. I don't understand. Okay, we kind of have some twisting going on. If I was paying more attention, I wouldn't have as much twisting. But as you can see, you're basically doing the same thing as the Catan. And then we're reaching for the material that has the label on it, not the other one. I didn't show very closely how I wrapped and tied that, but I just wanted to pick her up. So, okay, so we have amazing back support. We can probably even pull that down a little. All right, so now that she's in, I just want to show you what I love about this. Like I said, first of all, it's just absolutely beautiful. They literally had someone who like painted this design that they use. Like this is a unique pattern. So of course I love that it's beautiful. Like this is so lovely. I could just literally take pictures in this. Really the only downside is the fact that you have to put them down to put it on and that it's a little bit trickier to wrap. But once it's on, it's so much more comfortable than the Catan because this is like the comfiest material. It's stretchy. You can make it, you know, sleeves. I mean, look at this. I look like this is glamorous. You can make it sleeves. You can make it, you know, tank top, and you can adjust it. So that's, she's like, Mom, let me out. Okay, there you are. Let's let your hand free. There. Say hi. And the other big thing is that it's adjustable. So with the Catan, of course, the 2 loops of material are already a set length. There's no adjusting it. So I used to wonder, how can it be for a newborn and for a 1-year-old and for a 2-year-old? How is that possible? Technically, with the Catan, you can like pull the material and kind of twist it to make it tighter, or they say like rewash it and it'll shrink it and then stretch it to make it bigger. But it doesn't quite work that way. My black Catan that I have is full cotton and it's a size small and it tends to run very tight. So I can pretty much only use that when they're like newborn. And then my greenish, grayish one that I just had on is the Breeze, which is half mesh and half cotton. And then there's another one that's all mesh. Or maybe the Breeze is the all mesh. But anyhow, that green one is the half mesh, half cotton, and it seems to have some more stretch to it. Whereas this one obviously is as adjustable as you can possibly imagine. So when it's the newborn stage, when you're wrapping it, you are wrapping it as tight as possible. They could literally be a 5-pound preemie and you would be able to hold them completely secure. And then on the flip side, they could literally be a 30-pound toddler. I did put my toddler in this when I was pregnant and I was able to hold him because you of course can just make it that much looser. You would still wrap it kind of tight and then you just like loosen it as you're putting them in. So that's my comparison. Love the Beluga Baby so much. I do actually have an affiliate link for them that I will share. The Catan I don't, but it's on Amazon or their website. Again, the Beluga Baby, my only downside is not being able to put it on while I'm holding her. Otherwise, I seriously love it. It's so pretty, so comfortable, and I just love that it's supporting a small business. Like I said, it's a mom. Okay, the very last one, as I promised, is the Lily. She's probably kind of done being like bounced from one carrier to the next, so I won't last too long explaining that one. But as promised, I am gonna just switch her over to that one and do a quick demonstration.
Hey everyone, just popping in here with a quick post-editing note because as I was going through and editing this video, I was starting to feel like I really didn't give the Beluga Baby carrier enough credit, and I basically just focused on what a hassle it is to tie
Whereas now, several months after actually filming this video, I know I'm a procrastinator uploading it many months later. Now I look back and I realize as we entered into the holiday season and I attended many events where I was all dressed up and wore the Beluga Baby carrier, I just got so many compliments on how well it complemented my outfit. And I'm just really reflecting on like how much I love the way it looks. And as for wrapping it, I've seriously gotten the hang of it. Sometimes I'll even put it on before we drive somewhere so that it's already ready to go. And I just wanted to include that because I have really come around to just loving it. Okay, so the Lille, which is very similar to the Ergo, there's a lot of different brands, but basically just a good solid buckle carrier. I remember I got this off my baby registry when I had my oldest, so it definitely lasts a very long time. This can be worn forward or backwards, so you can have them on your back. Just a little buckle down there. So it's very, very sturdy. Like your baby could be pretty heavy and it's just gonna hold them really good. I haven't actually used this yet for her because I usually just wait until they're older for this because I love the soft carriers for this age, but we will give it a go. And the other thing to note about this one, and most that are like this, is that the bottom is adjustable. So when they are sitting facing you, you need to have the bottom all the way wide. And when they're sitting facing out, the bottom actually folds in to be more narrow, because if they're facing forward, you don't want their legs to be like super spread out. It's gonna not be good for their hips. And then you have a fun little buckle in the back to try to maneuver on your own. Okay, that wasn't so bad. Wow, I forgot how much I like this one. So this one, very comfortable as well. In fact, at her age, maybe I should have this folded in. Actually, she feels pretty good. I think she feels right. So she also likes this one. Do we like that? We're just in our hand, hanging out. And I probably, will start using this a little more based on the age that she's at, but it's just a lot more sturdy than like a soft baby carrier. So if we were going on like a family hike, of course, I wore this one like when my kids were toddlers all the time. And I do love that you can do the back as well. I'm not gonna demonstrate the back because I'm actually not super good at the whole, like, how the heck do you get the baby on your back in the carrier without like dropping the baby? Some people are. Maybe when they're a toddler, she'll like climb on my back and we'll try to do that, but that'll be a skill for another time. Did you like that? Did you like going in all three carriers? Was that so fun? Okay, thanks for watching. If this was helpful, pretty please do the like and subscribe dealio down below. It's very helpful for me. And feel free to let me know what you thought in the comments and or give me any suggestions for future content that you would like to see. Okay, have a great day.